Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Trails Beyond the Horizon with Kellador. We are going to do some connection events, check out a movie, which I don't think we'll get to do, and then we'll finish up talking to people and move things on. So first up, wrong button.
Let's confirm your schedule.
Let's confirm your schedule. Swin and Nadia, both. Can I trust them? Kevin's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. That darn onion priest said he had some stuff to take care of. Time to see what he's up to. We'll uncover his secrets. Hey, I think we should call it quits. There's no point in rocking the boat right now. Oh, come on. I know you're not happy with how things are right now either. Just because we took a vow doesn't mean he gets to talk to us like that. Maybe not, but since we're going to be working together, can't we just wait and see how things shake out? We could, but he was totally looking down on us. He was all, I'll be keeping an eye on you. Surely there's nothing wrong with us returning the favor, right? I mean, yeah, I guess. Honestly, I don't like the idea of only him getting to keep tabs on others. Exactly. I knew you felt the same way as me. Okay, it's been a while since we've tailed someone, so let's go all out. He's just kind of walking, not shopping or anything. I know what he's up to. Since he's up to something suspicious, he's trying to throw people off his trail. Are you sure you're not projecting? Did we already look into his background anyway? Do you really think we're going to discover anything doing this? Well, it doesn't have to be anything big. But if we can find something he might be guilty of, then we can threaten to tell that sister if we need to. He really can be merciless. See? Look. What did I tell you? That's where all the adult places are. He's engaging in activities unbecoming of a man of the cloth. I just know it. But would he really go in the middle of the day? Either way, I guess that area is perfect for secret meetings and stuff. Now I'm kind of curious. Yay! I knew you'd get on board eventually. Look, I'm still... Never mind. At this point, we might as well follow him to the end. Who knows? We might even learn something about this job of his. He definitely came this way. He must have gone into that sketchy building. It does look like they're open, even though it's still the middle of the day. Do you really think he went in there? What should we do? Want to go? No way, S. You absolutely cannot go inside. I only ever want you to look at me. Nadia, I'm not going in there to look at other women. I don't know if I can handle all this scorching hot romance in the middle of the day. When did you get there? Don't tell me. You noticed us from the beginning. Look, I get it. Of course you'd have your guards up around me. It's not like I thought you'd suddenly start trusting me. Not after what I said to you guys earlier. Figured I could make it up to you. And who knows? Maybe we could get to know each other while we're at it. Come on. I bought you guys some ice cream. Why don't we relax in the shade for a bit? Delicious. So, you already knew my favorite flavor, huh? I caught you staring when we passed the ice cream vendor on the way to the cultural district. Pretty observant of you. Guess so. So, did you learn anything tailing after me? Please, as if we'd tell our mark. I was pretty impressed by your skills myself, especially the way you managed to stay hidden despite being so loud. That's quite a talent. Maybe try not to let your guard down at the end, though. Well, we definitely learned that you're more skilled than we are. Yeah, he was leading us by the nose from the start. So, what are you going to do? Use this as a chance to cut us loose? No, nothing of the sort. Not yet, anyway. Not now that I've gotten to see some of what you're really capable of. Something tells me I'll be able to make good use of those talents too. So for now, I'll be keeping you both handy. So you were just testing us. Is that it? Can't say I appreciate it, but if you want us to stick around, then we'll tag along. Now that you've seen our skills, should I take it that you've determined we won't be a threat if things go south? If you're that suspicious, I doubt there's anything I can say to convince you otherwise. But I mean it when I say I didn't think I had anything to lose by working together today. So how about we call a temporary truce? There's no reason we can't all get along. It just feels like you're brushing us off, but I guess there's a silver lining. We each got to see what the others are made of. Is that enough for you for now, Nadia? Yeah, I mean, I see the logic. And I guess I'm fine with using one another now that we all got a handle on each other's talents. But I still don't like it. It feels like you're toying with us. I get where you're coming from, but alright, I admit it. I was being a bit of a jerk. Can you at least forgive me for that much?
Only if you get me another ice cream. And one for LP, too. If you do, then I suppose I can forgive you. Just this once. For S.
You don't have to swindle the guy. Did you enjoy the ice cream that much?
Hey, if that's what works for her, that's what works for me. Come on, let's go buy them together.
After that, the three of them invited Lapis to join them for ice cream. And, having made peace with their current working relationship, they returned to patrolling the city. Woohoo! We will take it. See if we can see a movie. I really doubt it. Nope. All right.
What's it got for us?
In the past, Tharbad had this mouth-wateringly delicious sweet treat, but it disappeared a long time ago. I'd really like to see it come back. Would you be willing to help? Ice cream stand in front of the station. Looks like we already got a request on this district's bulletin board, too. A van's been active in this city before, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised people bought into the rumors so quick. If that's the case, I guess it wouldn't hurt to check the boards more often. So hot. I might actually die, you know? It was tough when I was first assigned to Tharbad, too. The summer's been worse than I could imagine. Being in the uniform is unbearable. If only there was somewhere I could grab a drink. My colleague Vernier would throw a fit if I had one. Maybe I can do it on the sly. Vernier, this woman I work with, is really annoying. She even chewed me out after the film festival. I mean, come on. I should at least have the right to enjoy myself whenever I want. That's why I applied to take a paid holiday for the upcoming rocket launch. I'm ready to let loose. Yeah, well, you were kind of part of the problem during that rocket launch. We all saw what happened. I'm here for a business meeting with a Central Eastern company. This is Tharbad in July, huh? The air is shimmering. I'm bad with the heat, but I guess I'll have to endure it. Oh, I'm already feeling dizzy. Maybe I should take a taxi to the hotel. With this, I think we've more or less completed all the requests we received this morning. By managing my time wisely, I can probably handle things by myself. Oh, you two were formerly with the Gardens. Didn't we meet in the capital in the spring? I didn't expect to see you here in Tharbad. Ismail. He and Lahad were in charge of a case related to the Gardens, right? That's what Elaine said. I guess he's a member of the Tharbad branch then. You were working with the Spriggan in the spring, but now it seems like you're with a different group altogether. You're a distinctive bunch, I'll give you that. Is that a traveling priest at the Septian Church? We've been working for some time now. I guess you could say we just felt like helping out again. Our connection invited us, so we simply decided to go along with this oniony priest. Sounds like you've got a lot going on, but it's probably fine, as long as you're helping the church. Depending on the circumstances, we might be able to assist. Don't be afraid to turn to the guild for help. So, he's a veteran bracer who studied Central Eastern swordsmanship. Seems pretty sharp, regardless of whether or not he's associated with these two. Better not give him a reason to start breathing down our necks. I'm the only bracer above C rank in Tharbad right now. There used to be a guy called Renton, but he was called to help in another city. But that's within expectations. We're always doing what we can to operate efficiently. We've been doing just fine with me handling most of the work. Hopefully, that gives Renton some peace of mind.
Hey, stop on by!
Welcome. Care for some pistachio ice cream? I made it the way Westerners do, with milk. Tharbadi camel's milk, specifically. Oh, consider my interest thoroughly piqued. I'd say it passes visual inspection, too. All right, we'll take the whole... Hold it right there, kiddos. You guys eat any more, you're going to end up losing your breakfast. And your second breakfast. Besides, isn't this the lady who posted that 4SPG on the bulletin board? Oh, wait a second. Are you saying you're... the Fixers, reporting for duty? We're here to help. We're taking up 4SPGs on behalf of Arkride Solutions. That being said, though, doesn't really feel like this request would require a Spriggan. What are you talking about? A lost Tharbadi specialty? I mean, if that doesn't sound like a complicated matter, I don't know what does. And I'm kind of curious about this dessert she mentioned, too. Why don't we at least hear her out? Never met two people so devoted to their stomachs. Well, I suppose it would prove useful to widen our net here, given that we are meant to be gathering information. Sorry. Didn't mean to cause you all any trouble or anything. It's just... The mystery's been nagging at me for a while, so I finally decided to give in and put up a request. All right. For now, why don't you just give us the rundown? Of course. Let's see. About 15 years ago, there was a stall in Tharbad that sold the most delicious dessert. It had this perfectly flaky dough that was filled with this delicious red bean paste, and they served it with ice cream too. I only had it once, but to this day, I still can't get the taste out of my head. But because I was so little when I ate it, all my memories about the details are pretty hazy. I think it was an old lady who manned the stall, but at some point she just stopped setting up shop in the area. But I'd like to see the dessert make a comeback in Tharbad. Be ashamed to let it be lost to history, you know? So, can you help me? Of course. Doesn't really sound like we've got much to go off here, but what the heck? We got 2 rugrats up for the job, and who am I to tell them no? We'll have that dessert back in no time. But on one condition. Condition? Oh? What's that, LP? If you do manage to recreate this dessert, as a reward, we want 10. No, 100. Are you trying to put the woman out of business? I doubt I'll be able to make 100 of them, but I would like to sell them at my stand. If we can figure out how to make them, that is. But, seeing as I'll probably need to make a test batch before I take any money for them, why don't we share a few then? You've got yourself a deal. Indeed. Now, as for possible leads... Right, I've tried asking my parents, friends, distant acquaintances, but nobody has a single clue on where to start looking. Kinda sounds like old Granny Goodies was a cryptid or something. But if this dessert really was as delicious as you say, there's gotta be someone else who remembers it, right? From what you've told us so far, it sounds like it was a pretty high-end treat. So, how about we try tackling it from that angle? A high-end treat, huh? Well, if there's one place that knows high-end, it would be the hotel we were too poor to stay at. Shall we make our way over now, then? Good luck, and remember, I'm counting on you.
For SPG time. Hey, stop on by.
It's called Project Star Taker. Let's catch the stars together. We also sell Major Amelia merchandise.
Have your eye on anything in particular?
Nah.
Thank you very much. Have your eye on anything
but-
in particular?
I will take the money.
Thank you very much.
So sleepy.
Our independent film proposal has been rejected again. What could they possibly not have liked about it? Could have made great use of my film festival parade experience to shoot a gloriously cheesy musical. Wait, was it because it was just the 2 of us? I mean, we both played multiple roles and did several composite shots. Maybe that's why our impeccable musical style wasn't conveyed properly. But what should we do now? If only we had just one more person. Someone who was good at acting. Too bad Judith isn't around. We've got an event scheduled tomorrow. I never thought they'd make us help out, too. It'll be last year's film festival all over again. At least our orders aren't as crazy as when Director Gotti was in charge. Whatever. I just wish the person in the lead would handle it. Seriously. Welcome to Vegas Films. If you have business with us, please make an appointment. After Gaspard, our previous president, was murdered last year by the Mafia, we've tried to make a fresh start with a new president and a stricter enforcement of in-house security. Still, even though we're back in business, we can't let our guard down.
Come out wherever you are.
How about a shard search?
Having fun?
Shall we search?
Okay.
How about a shard search?
How about you just give me a free run of the place instead? It's been really hot lately, so I'm concerned about the water level of the Hale Oasis. But it seems like the water quantity hasn't changed from average. A relief for the water company, too, no doubt. I'm just here to provide technical support. I'm actually from the Vern Company. I have to say, I'm surprised how much water is in the Oasis. Welcome. Are you looking to book a room for the night? Our rooms are limited at this time of year due to the crowd, but even if you did have rooms, we wouldn't be able to stay here anyway. But we can still eat at the restaurant, right? Yes, of course. I can show you the way if you'd like. No, I mean, we literally just ate. Let's just take a look around. Poor lady looks like she's losing her patience. Seems like there's more to these guests than you'd think. Even those who aren't staying with us are welcome to visit the restaurant and pool. We also offer a variety of other services, so please feel free to ask if you're interested. Al Jumeirah Hotel is a 6-star hotel, the highest grade on the continent. We host a variety of events. Why, tomorrow we have a film-related affair, and the day after that, we've scheduled a ceremony to watch the space program's finale. You're all cordially invited to join us if you so desire. Vegas Films invited me for something related to a film I appeared in before. I couldn't stay in this hotel since I'm just a second-rate actress. But apparently, I can put down the pool as a business expense. Phew, I feel restored. Though I do feel a little nervous. I'm surrounded by nothing but rich people. Man, I hope I can finally reach the big time. I haven't gotten any auditions lately. Hopefully I'll find something in Tharbad that'll lead to the next step in my career. Who would have thought there'd be a paradise like this right smack in the middle of a desert? Maybe I should take the opportunity to say hi to the young ladies. I can't believe I'd find him in a place like this. Hey. We offer a best-in-class, fine dining experience. You joined us yesterday, didn't you? How did you find the flavors of our multi-course meal? It was delicious, but all that build-up was cruel. Come on, don't take it out on the hotel staff. Feels like we've gone full circle from positive reception to negative. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
A moment of your time.
A dessert that existed about 15 years ago? Well, you know something? You do, don't you? Stick to using that mouth for chewing and chewing only. All right? Sorry, but I am actually familiar with what you're referring to. It was a favorite of the locals back in the day. That being said, though, seeing as I only came to Tharbad around 5 years ago... Oh... Sounds like you're still pretty familiar with the dessert, regardless. Think you could give us an idea of what we should be looking for? Well, according to the people who've tried it, its most distinctive feature seems to be the texture given to it by crisp, thin strings of dough. I imagine it must be similar to a dessert that originated in Elsaim, Nefa. However, I've never heard of Nefa being served in a rolled shape. Makes me wonder if that was someone's unique take on the dish. A recipe this old woman of ours may have modified, then. And seeing as it would have been based on a Central Eastern dessert, it makes sense the locals would be so fond of it. Yeah, but if it looked different, no wonder it had our client confused. But our hunch about it being a high-end Central Eastern dessert was correct then, right? I'd like to try asking someone who's actually tasted it, but yeah, all right. Let's go see if we can find anyone who's eaten this thing. I can help you if you'd like to order something. I tend the bar by night too, so if you're ever in the mood for the finest quality cocktails, feel free to stop by for a drink. I mean, you're no Bermotti. Our fathers are always feuding. Maybe that's why they're always on the same wavelength. Maybe it's thanks to your influence, Munt. No way. It's because you helped me, Kalia. Even laying the groundwork within the principality. Besides, when you think about it, we've got to help our dads out. You're right. Both of our families will benefit if the trade route is developed. Exactly. And I mean, it's important so that we can join forces in the future. Man, I still can't tell her after all. I really thought I was finally gonna say it. Amund and I talk all the time, now that we both have T-phones. I'm glad our strategy of helping our feuding fathers get along has been going well, for all our sakes. Sometimes I do have to wonder what Mund keeps trying to hint at. It makes me curious. Though neighbors, my family and Kalia's family, the Dahars, haven't gotten along for a long time. I knew that a shadow would be cast on our future together, so I've worked out a plan. But how do I put it? Kalia is, well, a straightforward and virtuous person. They're definitely positive traits, but they're making it hard for me to get through to her. All right. But, well, that's all of our random conversations done, at least. Okay, we'll go talk to these guys, then we'll do the connection event, and then we'll see if we can finish this out before we go talk to the guild. The butler did it.
Let me ask you this.
A fabled luxury dessert, you say? And you're asking if I've eaten it? Ugh, what a silly question. Listen well, common folk. There's only one thing that would fit the bill. Oh? Have we finally hit the jackpot? What did it taste like? Come on, tell us. If there's a dish in this world that's been referred to as high-end, I assure you that I've almost certainly eaten it. The young master has a weakness for sweets, you see. Particularly desserts. They didn't need to know that, Hardy. Anyway, I was 7 when I first tasted it, and I'll remember the experience until the day I die. Pistachios and raw cocoa mixed with red bean paste, then wrapped up in rolls of flaky dough. And man, those subtle citrusy notes in the ice cream that came with it. Secret ingredient, schmeecret ingredient. That was dried lemon, no doubt. Damn. That really does sound good. Would you happen to remember who was selling it? Selling it. I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding here. Huh? What does that mean? The dessert the young master was speaking of is one that was served at a temple in the cultural district on a national holiday. When he visited to pray, he simply happened to come across someone handing it out to the public. He was determined to have some, no matter the cost. Well, could you blame me? It wasn't just tasty, it was pretty, too. It's a shame they haven't served it since. Ah, but that reminds me. I believe it was being sold at a street stall for some time as well. Are you serious? And you didn't tell me? I'll buy their whole business, stall and all. Unfortunately, young master, they seem to have gone out of business years ago. What? Why? Huh. He actually looks pretty hurt about the whole thing. Kind of feel bad for the guy. Well, in any case, it seems we found our next lead, no? Right. To the temple.
Let's confirm your schedule.
But first, I've got to go with Rufus. I like LP, but I've got to go with Rufus. Kevin's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. So, you decided to join me after all. Glad to have your company, Kevin. Figured I might as well, you know. Though I gotta say, I'm surprised you'd invite me to a casino of all places. But I guess you do kind of look like the gambling type. Let us just say that I frequently poked my head into the entertainment district back in the imperial capital. I invited you here today because I was hoping we could have a chat. Chat? You and I haven't yet had a proper sit-down and discussed what's really going on. You're right. We haven't. Such a lack of conversation hardly leads to a healthy relationship between client and contractor. So I thought that a card game might be the perfect tool to loosen lips, as it were. Well, not when you give the game away, Rufus. Come on now. And as an added bonus, I'll have a chance to fortify my failing fortunes. You admit you're just trying to rip me off? Well, why not? You went out of your way to invite me, so I'll play along. Can't say I wouldn't mind taking what little cash you have left. Then, shall we begin? I'll swap 2 cards. At risk of sounding late on the uptake, I admit it seems things are quite rough for you. They are sending you all the way out here, after all. You even had to find your collaborators on site. As unconventional a way to operate as I've ever heard. Swapping 1 card. Well, it's been like this for a long time. They even sent me to Liberl and Crossbell on my own. That's not quite true, is it? You had backup then. Things are different this time around. For now, I must say, including your current request, your notorious boss has been giving you rather violent orders. Well, she is as violent as she looks. I'll say this, while she's happy to exploit us, she's never made the wrong call. Which is why I'm happy to play things by ear. That's a flush, by the way. And 2 pairs for me. You win this round. Shall we continue? I'll raise. Must have some pretty hot cards. By the by, you ever consider just heading back home? I know you and your little brother were close. Let me guess. You still keep in touch secretly. Seems like he's got a bunch of people around him who could help with that. Only to inform him that I still live. He has grown tremendously. There's no need for his unworthy, disowned older brother to show up. You saying you aren't relying on your cards in the Empire? Forgive me for taking that with a grain of salt. Oh, speaking of cards, I've got myself a good hand. Is that so? Then I expect you'll stay in as I raise. Huh? You must be feeling real confident. Indeed, you'll come to regret it if you underestimate me. Just like you underestimate them. Huh? And what about your hand? At first glance, you appear to have your cards in order, but I sense an overhanging guilt. Reyes. I'm going to have to fold on this one. How unfortunate. I looked forward to earning more off of this royal straight flush. You weren't bluffing? That hand's insane. Let's go again. Man, you're tough. Your poker face is every bit as good as I'd heard. You've proven quite formidable yourself, considering your opponent. Even now, you've yet to show me your true colors. Kinda goes both ways, doesn't it? I'm still trying to figure out just how good you are, Swin and Nadia included. A couple games of poker doesn't mean I can suddenly trust you. I think it's a matter of whether or not you want to trust us. Connections begin when we remove cold calculations and self-interest. Nothing will happen until you take a leap, just like I did when I first met Lapis and the others. Color me surprised. Never thought I'd hear something like that coming from you. Let us just say I'm a product of my life's experiences. I'm sure you've had enough yourself. Even more than me. But even with all your life lessons, it appears to me as if you are suppressing your true self. You have a mission you must see to the end at all costs, even if it means distancing yourself from those you care for. Am I wrong? You're hardly a match for the rumors. I wouldn't have pegged you as someone who was so interested in others. I simply have people I care about now. Which means I will do whatever I must to make sure they aren't harmed in any way. And that starts with finding out just what it is you're after. Sorry, but I can't go blabbing about that just because you asked. All I can really do is show you my resolve. That I'm ready and willing to dirty my own hands in order to protect everything. Full house.
Since we both have full houses, I suppose this ends in a draw.
No. Higher 3 cards in a full house wins.
Win there would have really helped me to look cool. But I suppose this too is the guidance of the goddess.
Indeed. I shall be keeping a close eye on you as we work. Prove to me this resolve of yours is deserving of our help. Personally, I truly hope that it is.
I appreciate it. Don't worry. I'll do everything I can to prove you right.
After that, the pair continued to enjoy gambling at the casino before they met up with their friends to resume work. All right. And off we go.
Central Eastern culture.
Don't be shy. Stop on by.
Here we go into the temple.
moment of your time.
A dessert we served at the temple? Well, yes, the Central East temples do have a custom of serving sweets on national holidays. We offer a variety every year, but I believe the one you're looking for in particular is Qamar Knafeh. Qamar Knafeh. We found it at last, LP. Finally! So it's super delicious, right? It is indeed. We last served at our temple about 15 years ago, but apparently someone opened up a food stall for it right after. They saw how popular it was, I suppose, and felt the need to meet demand. Well, that lines up with everything we've heard so far. Would you happen to be familiar with the person capable of making this dessert? Well, I've only met her, really? And that was 15 years ago. Her name was Rafia. Father Mukhtar, you two were acquainted? Indeed. We were friends, in fact. She was a relative of the Hilal Tavern and Inn's owner, and though she didn't live in Tharbad, she often visited our temple to pray. She tended to come on holidays in particular, so she could offer her sweets to the people of the city. I see. Her age necessitated she retire from her culinary pursuits, however, and for some reason, she decided to leave her Knafeh recipe to me. But, you see, there seems to be a secret technique to rolling the dough that, despite my best efforts, I've been wholly unable to reproduce. If you're interested, I wouldn't mind showing you all the recipe card. You'll likely be able to do more with it than I ever could. Oh, yes, please. After the vicar brought out the recipe, Kevin quickly copied it down. Man, 15 years ago, huh? Imagine Tharbad's changed a heck of a lot since then. Heard that was around the time the city was experiencing some serious growth, too. Correct. That was when the entertainment district was established, which, given its nature, created friction with the cultural district. Actually, it was that very tension that Rafia was hoping to relieve with her Knafeh. Huh. Maybe eating some could help us, too. Complicated matters related to the fabled dessert, eh? It would seem Nadia was correct in her assumption after all. Wait, what are we talking about? Come on, guys. Time to head on over to our final destination, Hilal Tavern and Inn. Only then will this dessert's true form be revealed. Yeah, we're coming. Hold on. I went the wrong way. There we go. That's the place I want.
Excuse me.
Did you say Qamar Knafeh? Well, of course I know what that is. After all, Rafia's my auntie. Your auntie? Well, I guess we did hear she was a relative of yours. See, you can trace our family line back to the times of the nomadic desert tribes. We settled here in Tharbad when it was still a small oasis town, but Auntie Rafia chose to remain a nomad. That being said, though, she made plenty sure to visit us whenever she was in the area. After all, she was still family, you know? Every time she came to town, she'd make her nefa, and I'd be right there giving her a helping hand. A shame she passed away 15 years ago. That's why it was lost to history. So, she's gone? But if you helped her make it in the past... That's right. Got all the tricks to it, down pat. Never learned the whole recipe, admittedly. But you said you picked it up at the temple, right? In that case, I should be able to recreate it. Maybe even to a T. Really? Woohoo! We'll finally be able to eat the long-lost dessert of legend. Such enthusiasm. My auntie would have loved to hear it. Did you want to help make it as well? Well, seeing as our client did promise we could sample her test batch, least we could do is help with some of the prep. Honestly, this whole mystery process thing has got me kind of curious anyway. After summoning Philica to Hilal Tavern and Inn, Hala taught her the special Nefa kneading trick. Then, upon mastering the basics, she began her attempt at making the fabled dessert, Qamar Knafeh. And finished. Wow, it's so pretty. And that aroma, I can't get enough. Is this real? Am I actually getting the chance to eat the dessert of my dreams once more? You're crying before you've even taken the first bite? It's a bit much, don't you think? We've practically taken over the whole tavern. Won't this be an issue for Hala's business? Well, given that she went to all the trouble of helping us, we should partake as well, so her efforts don't go to waste, of course. Nom 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 nom. Whoa! These flavors are out of this world! I heard it was good, obviously, but the flavor, the aroma, the texture, they really are in perfect harmony. I don't even know what to say, it's just amazing. Indeed, I can tell great care went into its creation. It's best suited to the summer, I imagine. The heat adds an interesting component to the experience. Fascinating. This truly is a Tharbadi specialty. We need to buy this recipe. Definitely worth all the... Oh, more please. What? You've already had 5? That should be plenty, young lady. The taste is so nostalgic I almost fainted, but it feels like these girls are enjoying it more than I am. Thus, Qamar Knafeh, the once lost Tharbadi specialty, was successfully brought back to the city. After receiving permission from proprietress Hala, Philica even added it as a special menu item at her stall. However, when Nadia decided to so thoughtfully send Van a report on the incident, he replied with a long, bitter message that, for propriety's sake, will be summed up with his primary sentiment. Wish I could have had some too.
Check that one off the list.
Are just rewards.
All right. Bringing back Rafia's Nefa has been such a joy. Did you know that Qamar means moon? In the Central East, it's used to describe something elegant and mystical. It's the perfect name for an extra special dessert. If you like it, I hope you'll tell your friends about it.
Let's move.
Okay, let's check one thing.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom. Yep. This is why we check. We get to go buy it so we can make it ourselves, so we can report to Van on his blog.
Hey, stop on by!
I started selling Qamar Knafeh as soon as I opened, and it's going like hotcakes. At this rate, it really could become a local specialty. All right, I've got to do what I can to expand the market.
What can I get for you?
One of those.
Thanks a bunch.
Ba-da.
Wow. This is incredible.
Ba-da.
Sharing meals together is quite nice.
Wow. This is incredible.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for the grub.
Wow. This is incredible.
Okay. What? Come on, something's gotta go. Well, oh,
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr.
or I was missing stuff. Right.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr. Arkwright.
All yours.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr. Arkwright.
Go for it.
Okay, and Tharbad. We have the baklava.
Van's gonna be so stoked. I'll send this review to Van.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll send this review to Van.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Moulin
I'll send
sorbet.
this review to Van.
Okay. Oh, and a
I'll send
fifth.
this review to Van.
Sure. Go wild.
All right. Okay.
Let's confirm your schedule.
Back to the cultural district.
Central Eastern culture. Market's got. Come and see if you like.
Sounds like Sarah and Shahina are back in Tharbad. They even made their movie debuts recently. I can't help but admire them. I've got to practice as much as I can so that one day I can dance alongside them. Okay, and with that said, we will call that here. And next time, we will go straight into the guild and see about finishing up this part of the day. All right, hope you're enjoying the ride. See you next time.